Have you noticed something changing in your legs? Maybe your feet feel colder than they used to. Maybe walking the same distance feels more difficult. Maybe your calves become tired or uncomfortable after only a short walk. Or perhaps you have noticed swelling, numbness, tingling, or changes in the way your feet feel. Many older adults simply say, "That is just part of getting older." But sometimes your legs are not simply aging. Sometimes they are sending you a message. Your circulation matters, because every step you take depends on a constant supply of oxygen and nutrients reaching your muscles, nerves, skin, and bones. When blood flow becomes reduced, the effects can slowly appear. Walking can become harder. Small wounds may take longer to heal. Your feet may become more vulnerable to injuries. And in serious cases, poor circulation can create dangerous complications. I am Dr. Arthur Vance, and today we are going to discuss foods that may support healthier blood flow to your legs and feet. Now, before we begin, I want to make something very clear. Food cannot magically open blocked arteries. A healthy meal cannot replace medical treatment for serious circulation problems. And if you have severe symptoms, you should always speak with your healthcare provider. But the foods you eat every day can influence important factors connected with circulation. Things like inflammation, blood vessel health, blood sugar control, cholesterol levels, and the health of the systems that protect your arteries. Before we continue, if you appreciate practical, science-based health information designed for adults over 60, subscribe to the channel. My goal is to help you understand your body better and make choices that support your health, mobility, and independence. Now, let's first understand why circulation in your legs can become a problem. Your heart is the pump that sends blood throughout your body. Every organ depends on that circulation: your brain, your muscles, your kidneys, and your legs and feet. For blood to reach your toes, your heart has to pump effectively, and your blood vessels have to remain healthy and open. But over time, several conditions can damage the blood vessels that carry blood to your legs. One major problem is called atherosclerosis. This happens when fatty deposits, cholesterol, and other substances build up inside the artery walls. Over years, these deposits can make arteries narrower and less flexible. Think about a water pipe. When the inside of the pipe is smooth and open, water moves easily. But if buildup develops inside the pipe, the flow becomes restricted. Your arteries can experience a similar process. Less space inside the artery means less blood reaching the tissues that need it. Several factors can increase this risk: high cholesterol, high blood pressure, smoking, diabetes, lack of physical activity, and long-term inflammation. This is why protecting circulation is not only about your legs, it is about protecting your entire cardiovascular system. Now, there is another part of circulation that many people overlook: your nerves. Healthy feet need more than blood flow, they also need proper sensation. Your nerves tell your brain what is happening at the bottom of your feet. They allow you to feel pressure, heat, pain, and injuries. This becomes especially important for people with diabetes. Over time, high blood sugar can damage nerves. This condition is called diabetic neuropathy. Someone with neuropathy may step on something sharp and not feel it. They may develop a small cut and not realize it. Because the injury is not noticed, it may not receive proper care. And if circulation is also poor, healing can become much more difficult. The combination of nerve damage and poor blood flow can create serious foot problems. That is why foot care becomes extremely important as we age. Check your feet regularly. Look for cuts, changes in color, swelling, or wounds that are not healing. Small problems are easier to address when they are found early. Now let's talk about a condition that shows why circulation matters so much. It is called peripheral artery disease, or PAD. PAD happens when arteries that carry blood to the legs become narrowed. One common warning sign is pain or cramping while walking. For example, someone may walk from their house to their mailbox. Their calves begin hurting. They stop and rest. After a few minutes, the pain improves. Then, they can walk again. This pattern happens because the muscles are asking for more oxygen during activity, but the narrowed arteries cannot deliver enough blood quickly enough. The medical term for this is intermittent claudication. It is a sign that the muscles are not receiving enough circulation during exercise. Now, in more advanced cases, circulation can become severely reduced. At that point, pain may occur even when resting, the skin may break down, wounds may develop, and tissues may not receive enough oxygen to survive. This is why prevention and early action matter. The good news is that many lifestyle choices can support healthier blood vessels. And food is one important piece of that picture. But before we talk about what to add, let's discuss what may be worth reducing, because sometimes protecting your circulation starts with removing the things that damage it. First, be careful with excessive alcohol. Alcohol affects many systems in the body. Heavy alcohol use can negatively affect blood pressure, metabolism, and overall vascular health. The second thing to watch is excess salt. Your body needs some sodium, but many people consume much more than they need because of processed foods, restaurant meals, and packaged snacks. Too much sodium can contribute to high blood pressure. Over time, high pressure inside blood vessels can place stress on the vessel walls. Think about constantly forcing water through a high-pressure pipe. Over time, that pressure can create wear and tear. The third thing to limit is highly processed foods. These foods often contain combinations of added sugars, excess sodium, unhealthy fats, and refined carbohydrates. Regularly eating large amounts of these foods can contribute to weight gain, insulin resistance, and inflammation. All of these factors can affect circulation. This is especially important because diabetes is one of the major conditions linked with blood vessel problems. High blood sugar can damage both small and large blood vessels. That damage can affect the eyes, kidneys, heart, and legs. Now, another important step is keeping cholesterol levels under control. Your healthcare provider can check your cholesterol through a blood test. If levels are high, they may recommend lifestyle changes, medication, or both depending on your personal risk. Do not stop or avoid prescribed treatments without speaking with your doctor. Medications such as statins are used because they can significantly reduce cardiovascular risk for many people. Lifestyle and medication often work together. They are not competing approaches. Now let's talk about something fascinating. Your gut health may also influence your circulation. Inside your digestive system live trillions of microorganisms called your gut microbiome. These bacteria help process food, they influence inflammation, and they interact with your metabolism. A healthier gut environment is associated with better overall metabolic health. One way to support your gut bacteria is through fiber-rich foods, and that brings us to our first circulation-supporting food. Food number 1, beans. Beans are one of the most underrated foods for healthy aging. Black beans, kidney beans, navy beans, chickpeas, lentils. All of these provide important nutrients. Beans are rich in dietary fiber. They contain plant-based protein, and they provide compounds that support a healthier metabolism. Fiber feeds beneficial gut bacteria. Those bacteria produce substances that can influence inflammation and metabolic health. Beans can also help with weight management because they help you feel full for longer, and maintaining a healthy body weight reduces stress on your cardiovascular system. Excess visceral fat, the fat stored around your organs, is especially important because it is linked with inflammation and metabolic problems. By improving your diet and reducing excess body fat, you reduce some of the pressure placed on your circulation. Beans are simple, affordable, and easy to add. You can include them in soups, salads, stews, or replace some meat-based meals with bean-based options. A simple food can support some of the most important systems involved in healthy circulation. And the next foods we discuss contain specific plant compounds that support blood vessel health in another powerful way. Now let's continue with another group of foods that may support healthier circulation, because when it comes to your arteries, the goal is not only improving blood flow, the goal is protecting the entire system that allows blood to move properly. Your blood vessels need healthy inner walls, they need flexibility, they need protection from excessive inflammation and damage. And many colorful plant foods contain compounds that support these processes. Food number 2, carrots. When most people think about carrots, they think about eyesight. And yes, carrots are well known for their beta-carotene content, which the body can convert into vitamin A. But carrots contain another group of compounds that may be important for your blood vessels. They contain carotenoids. These are natural plant pigments responsible for the bright orange color. Carotenoids act as antioxidants. In simple terms, they help protect cells from oxidative stress, and this matters because your blood vessels are constantly exposed to stress throughout your life. High blood sugar, high blood pressure, smoking, poor diet. These factors can gradually damage the delicate inner lining of your arteries. Imagine the inside of your blood vessels like a smooth highway. When the surface is healthy, traffic moves efficiently. But when that surface becomes damaged and irritated, problems can begin. Inflammation increases, certain particles may stick more easily, and over time, buildup can develop. This is why protecting the inner lining of your blood vessels is so important. Carrots also provide dietary fiber. And remember, fiber supports your gut microbiome. Your gut bacteria help process certain compounds and influence inflammation throughout your body. A healthier gut environment can support better metabolic health, and better metabolic health supports healthier circulation. This is why one simple food can influence several systems at the same time. Carrots are easy to include. You can eat them raw, add them to soups, roast them with other vegetables, or include them in salads. The goal is not eating enormous amounts of one vegetable. The goal is creating a pattern where your body regularly receives a variety of nutrients. Now let's move to a food that has been used in kitchens around the world for thousands of years. It adds flavor, but it may also provide compounds that support your blood vessels. Food number 3, garlic. Garlic is one of those foods that can completely change a meal. A little chopped garlic added to vegetables, soups, fish, or beans can create incredible flavor. But garlic is more than a cooking ingredient. It contains natural sulfur compounds that researchers have studied for their potential effects on cardiovascular health. One important compound formed when garlic is crushed is called allicin. Allicin is responsible for much of garlic's strong smell. It is also one of the compounds that has attracted attention because of its biological activity. Research suggests garlic may support healthy cholesterol levels. It may also support normal blood pressure, and it may influence processes involved in inflammation. Why does this matter for circulation? Because healthier cholesterol levels and healthier blood pressure reduce some of the stress placed on your arteries. But garlic has another interesting property. It may influence the way platelets behave. Platelets are small blood cells involved in clot formation. Clotting is necessary when you are injured. Without it, even small cuts could become dangerous. But unwanted clot formation inside narrowed blood vessels can become a serious problem. This is one reason maintaining healthy blood vessels is so important. Now, I want to add an important safety point. Garlic in normal food amounts is generally considered safe for most people, but concentrated garlic supplements can affect blood clotting. If you take blood-thinning medication, have surgery planned, or have a bleeding disorder, talk with your healthcare provider before taking high-dose garlic supplements. Food and supplements are not always the same thing. A small amount of garlic in your cooking is very different from a concentrated pill containing large amounts of garlic compounds. Now let's move to a food that many people enjoy as a treat, but there is an important difference between the type you choose. Food number 4, dark chocolate. Yes, dark chocolate. But before you get excited, let me explain. We are not talking about candy bars filled with sugar. We are talking about dark chocolate with a high percentage of cocoa. The part of chocolate that researchers are interested in is cocoa. Cocoa contains plant compounds called flavonols. These compounds have been studied because they may support blood vessel function. One important pathway involves nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a natural signal produced by your body that helps blood vessels relax. When blood vessels can relax properly, blood can move more efficiently. Think about a crowded road. If the lanes become wider and smoother, traffic moves more easily. Blood vessels work in a similar way. Healthy flexibility allows better circulation. Research has explored whether cocoflavanols can improve certain measures of blood vessel function. Some studies have found improvements in something called flow-mediated dilation. This is a test that measures how well blood vessels respond after temporary changes in blood flow. The reason this matters is because flexible, responsive blood vessels are an important part of cardiovascular health. Now the key is choosing the right chocolate. Look for dark chocolate with a higher cocoa percentage. 70% cocoa or higher is often recommended because it usually contains more cocoa compounds and less added sugar than regular chocolate. But portion size matters. Chocolate is still calorie-dense. Eating an entire bar every day is not the goal. A small piece can be enough. The purpose is adding beneficial compounds, not creating another source of excess sugar. Now let's discuss another drink that many people already enjoy, and this one has been studied for its relationship with blood vessel health. Food number 5. Black tea. Black tea is one of the most widely consumed beverages in the world. It begins as green tea, but goes through a process called oxidation, which changes its color and flavor. Black tea contains plant compounds called polyphenols. These compounds have antioxidant properties and may support cardiovascular health. Some research has looked at how tea consumption affects blood vessel function. The possible benefit appears to come from the interaction between tea compounds and the body's natural vascular systems. But there is an important detail. How you drink your tea matters. Adding large amounts of sugar can reduce the health benefits, and adding certain high-fat dairy products may affect how some plant compounds are absorbed. A simple cup of black tea, without excessive additions, may be the better option for people who enjoy it. You can drink it warm in the morning or afternoon. Some people prefer it as part of a relaxing routine. And that brings us to another important point. Healthy circulation is not only about food, it is also about your daily habits. Moving your body, maintaining muscle strength, managing blood pressure, controlling blood sugar, getting enough sleep, and avoiding smoking. These habits work together. Now there are still a few more foods that may support your blood vessels, gut health, and the natural repair systems inside your body. And these next choices are especially interesting because they support some of the body's own healing pathways. Now let's talk about the final foods that may support healthier circulation and bring everything together. Because the goal is not to find one magical food. The goal is to create an environment inside your body where your blood vessels can function as well as possible. Food number 6. Berries. Blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, raspberries. These small fruits contain powerful plant compounds called anthocyanins. These compounds give berries their deep colors, but they also act as antioxidants. Your blood vessels experience stress every day. Aging, high blood sugar, high blood pressure, poor diet. These factors can affect the delicate lining of your arteries. The antioxidants in berries may help support your body's natural defenses against this stress. Berries are also rich in fiber, and fiber plays an important role in healthy circulation because it supports better digestion, healthier cholesterol levels, and a more balanced metabolism. A simple way to enjoy berries is adding them to oatmeal, plain yogurt, or eating a small serving as a snack. Fresh or frozen berries can both be good choices. The important thing is consistency. Food number 7. Fatty fish. The final food on our list is fatty fish. Examples include salmon, sardines, trout, and mackerel. These fish provide omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA and DHA. These healthy fats support many systems throughout the body. They help maintain healthy cell structures. They support normal inflammation levels. And they are strongly connected with heart and blood vessel health. Remember, your arteries are not just empty tubes. They are living tissues that respond to your body's needs. They expand, they contract, they communicate. Healthy fats help support the cells that make those processes possible. Including fatty fish in your meals a few times each week can be a simple way to add these important nutrients to your diet. A piece of grilled salmon with vegetables, sardines added to a salad, baked trout with whole grains. Healthy eating does not need to be complicated. Now, let me step back and look at the bigger picture. The foods we discussed today were beans, carrots, garlic, dark chocolate, black tea, berries, and fatty fish. But remember this important message. Your circulation is not determined by one meal. A person cannot eat one healthy food and ignore everything else. Healthy blood flow comes from many daily decisions working together. Walking regularly, maintaining muscle strength, managing blood pressure, keeping blood sugar under control, avoiding smoking, sleeping well, and staying connected with your healthcare team. Your legs carry you through every part of your life. They allow you to visit family, enjoy hobbies, travel, exercise, and maintain your independence. That is why protecting circulation is about much more than preventing a medical problem. It is about protecting your freedom and quality of life. If this information helped you understand how food choices can support healthier aging, subscribe to the channel. Every week, we share practical health information designed to help adults over 60 protect their mobility, independence, and well-being. And remember, never ignore changes in your circulation, new leg pain while walking, cold feet that are getting worse, non-healing wounds, sudden swelling, numbness, or weakness. These symptoms deserve medical attention. This video is for educational purposes only and does not replace personalized medical advice. If you have serious circulation symptoms or concerns about your health, speak with a qualified healthcare professional. Always discuss major diet changes, supplements, and treatment decisions with your doctor.